the video.
Yes.
And if you are online away, say if you're, for example, you have something else more important than attending the class, you can actually attend the class by wherever you are remotely by clicking on the button that I gave you. You can actually check your email. You might have an email already, but may not, maybe not. I think I need to explicitly invite you to come and visit. So you get an email invitation and you can remotely join in. You may not have that email. No, there is no email because I have to invite you. I haven't invited. So I have to explicitly invite people by clicking a button somewhere, and then they get invited. So right now, our audio is getting captured and recorded and on YouTube right now. So if you're away for some example, if you're stuck in traffic, you can start your iPhone or Android and click the YouTube link that you will have in your email, and you will see my screen and you will hear the class discussion. And at the end of the class, this becomes a recording. It becomes an audio video recording available to you. As long as you log in using the Cloud Genius email, you have access to it. So anytime we start the class, remind me to start recording. And at the end of the class, remind me to stop recording and give you a link. And also give you my handwritten notes that I have, so that you have the whole thing taken in your hand, that you can take it with you. And in addition to that, we also have these sites that we have, the library site that you saw, the online site that you already have, and a bunch of other things. So you have to focus on this particular coursework right now, which is this one. And then you go through here and follow along. Introduction, formal definition, business benefits, and it goes on and on. You can speed ahead if you like. I don't mind if you go ahead. I would love that if you do, because I have so much material to cover that I cannot even finish in 3 months. But it's up to you how much you want to actually absorb. If you're up to speed and keep learning, I will. If I run out of material, I'll create new one. I've never ran out of material, by the way. But just so you know, somebody's calling me. I know who that. Amber Alert. Huh. Silver, aluminum, BMW, 4-door, Amber Alert. Just so you know, guys. Silver BMW, 4-door.
Sending to everyone?
Yes.
On the east side, that is like every third car.
I know. Yeah, so Amber Alert, just watch out. So you understand what I'm doing, what I'm recording, and we are using Google Hangout software to make a live stream recording to YouTube that only us can see. Nobody else. It's not a public consumption, only for us. It is mostly what we do in the class. It gets recorded so you can preview. What did he say? I did not understand his Indian accent, all that good stuff, right? That's the idea. Okay, let's get back to where we were. Here. And I lost my train of thought. What were we discussing again?
Google Drive.
Yes, Google Drive. So yes, I should invite. So you should have an invitation to Google Drive already. And you should find a folder in which it contains 2 PDFs. Do you see that?
So
go to drive.cloudgenius and you should find it there. Drive.cloudgenius. Yes, exactly. I just hand wrote that for you. So I'll create a new tab and then continue our discussion. Whatever I was writing by hand is the same thing available to you. Right? Is these handwritten notes useful of any use whatsoever?
yeah, help make the abstract
Right.
a little more concrete.
Makes sense. So let's quickly recap what we discuss up until now, and I'll actually start our the main course. And we have, this is the initial setup takes some time, right? You have to give the machine, make sure you understand the machine, make sure you use it, make sure you relate to what virtual machines are in the context of cloud computing, and then take that next logical step, right? So we'll do that. So what we did up until now today is, first thing, we had a Cloud Genius email address set up, right? The next thing that we had was we call ourselves daydreamers. That's the name of the group. Third thing we have is have a shared folder in Google Drive. And in that Google Drive is available to us at drive.cloudgenie.us. And you can click on the My Drive button, and Shared with Me button will show you the Shared with Me. That button will show you what is shared with me, and look for Shared with Me. And that's where you will find whatever I store. And I'll also make sure that I actually allow you to make modifications. So I think I did not give you the permission to modify, meaning I should allow you, daydreamers, to actually make changes to it. So you can edit and add your own content to it. So that's the modification I'm doing, which means this is a shared folder, and you can add content to it and remove, make changes, make modifications, read-write permissions assigned. So you have that. Next thing, what else we did? We have unlimited space. You got that? In unlimited space in our Google Drive. This is kind of hard to believe, but it is true. You saw that. Next thing, we also discussed a virtual machine. I gave you a machine. I call it Trusty. That's the name I chose. It's a workstation that we will work on. I also gave you a virtual box software. Right, so we have a exe file or a DMG file for you, which is this VirtualBox software. And then I gave you a Trusty something date.ova file. And that is the actual machine. You expanded that machine, and that made it look like, where is that? VirtualBox. And this is what it looks like, the software VirtualBox. And when you import the machine, it starts like this. You've seen it. I'm just doing this quickly for you to remember and also capture in the video that you have. So this is how the virtual machine will look like when it starts up, that you're already familiar with. You already also know how to take a snapshot and how to roll back from the snapshot. You know how to roll back from the snapshot is by machine. So you take a snapshot here, and when you want to roll back, you actually shut down the machine properly, and then go here and go to the snapshots, and then right click on the snapshot that you have taken and restore to that snapshot that you want. That's how you would operate on snapshots, right? So we established our VM. We also took a snapshot, S-N-A-P-S-H-O-T. We took a snapshot, and then we restore from it, restore from snapshot. Next thing what we did is we understood that these VMs are actually make it efficient, saves you money by better utilizing your resources, right? How do you utilize better? We discussed this example of buckets, and you reutilize this bucket by putting the contents in 3 different virtual machines in a real computer. So this was being used 10%, this was being used 50%, this was being 20%, so you have 80% usage in 3 different VMs. So 10, 50, 20 all together, and you can then basically get rid of the physical boxes and use the virtual machines, 3 of them. That was the concept that illustrated the point. That's what actual cloud computing companies actually do, is buy really big computers and split them into smaller parts and rent you out these things, or maybe these things. And so if you think about cloud computing, what exactly it is, what do we mean by cloud computing, and who defines it? Who defines? Is it Suresh? Is it Nilesh? Or is it Casey? Or is it Madhu? Who will define it?
Isn't it the consumer defines the cloud? I mean, the concepts are like you showed. I can say in cloud computing, I just want 2 small boxes and a big box, and all my needs are taken care of. Where you might need different ones. So
Right.
I define my needs based upon the technology.
Correct. You're right. You're absolutely right. When you are a consumer, you decide what you want. Bingo. No doubt about that. Because you're the person who's going to pay money to get what you want, and you rent what they want to give you, and you get that, and then you use it. You decide what you want. No doubt. I'm saying here, who defines the word cloud computing? What is cloud computing? And who defines that? Is it Google? Is it Microsoft? Is it open source community? Is it you, me? So the real answer to that is in our country here, these guys define it.
Oh,
You know who these guys are? They're called the National Institute of Standards and Technology, Department of Commerce, US federal government. They have a definition for it. They have definition for probably everything. They define everything. So let's see, what is their definition? Cloud computing definition. And so Wikipedia also has it, but we'll not go to Wikipedia. Instead, we'll go to their definition page. And when you're really, really happy and excited, and when you need some bedtime reading, this is a very good document to read. Right? Really good, only 25 pages. And on page number 8, you will have the definition here somewhere. Yeah, here. This is the NIST definition of cloud computing. And so you can read it when you really, in the bed. But let me give you my view of this thing, right? Because we are here not to read. We are here not to watch videos. We are here to listen, interact, and do stuff. Right? So I'm not going to make you read this, but instead tell you my perspective on what this thing is. So there are 5 characteristics that describe it. In fact, there is a video for that already in the online thing. So if you forget to watch or listen to me right now, you can always go back to that video that already exists. On top of this, we'll have a video recording right now. It's happening right now. Key things here is that it is a model for enabling ubiquitous. Any location, right? Ubiquitous means anywhere. On demand network access to what? To a shared pool of configurable computing resources. Meaning you can get network, storage, servers, applications, services, whatever you want. These are the resources, right? And they are available to you in a pool of configurable resources, and they are shared with somebody. You're not the only one, right? They're shared, meaning you have this box. Here is Suresh, and right next to that will be Nilesh, and Madhu is using this box. The actual box is the whole thing. We are probably sitting on the same machine. That may be possible. That might happen. And actually, that happens quite a lot.
Is it multi-tenanted?
Yes, multi-tenanted is not necessarily a part of the definition.
Okay.
The definition says it is shared.
Okay.
When you have different people on the same box, then it becomes multi-tenanted.
But you can be in the same data center on different boxes.
Yeah.
And it's still shared.
Yeah, it is still shared.
Because
then it's not multi.
Well, multi-tenant is
Same
very,
box.
very simple. The definition of multi-tenancy is very simple. You have one building and 3 people live here. So A, B, and C, 3 different entities, multi-tenant. If you have just one company, but 3 parts, A, and A, this is the marketing department. This is the sales department. This is the service department. They are not multi-tenant now. They are still shared among marketing and sales and service, but the tenant is the same. Right? It could be Microsoft, it could be Boeing, any other company, but same company acquiring the whole thing. So the tenant is only one, but they're sharing among themselves, among different parts of their company. Whereas in this example, there are 3 different entities, 3 different companies. So here is Expedia, Microsoft, Google, all sharing the same box or same data center.
That's a very different concept for a lot of companies because,
They don't
usually
like that.
they'll, in a data
Dedicated.
center, these are our boxes. Make sure they're only for us. Now it's like, you know what? These are our needs.
Right.
And wherever they go.
Yep,
It's
exactly.
very different.
Yeah, it's very different, but that's how the concept of multi-tenancy comes from. And this idea here is shared. And the characteristics are ubiquitous, meaning you can access a cloud from here, just like that. From your laptop, from your mobile phones, from your iPad, Android, whatever you have, as well as your full-blown machines like this. And any location, you can go to travel to Mexico, like I just came from. That's why my skin is all changing colors, as you can see. But it is like India there, right? And I was in sun for 5 days, so I have completely tanned and sun like shedding. And ubiquitous, meaning I could access my site here, this site, for example, or any other machines that I have deployed in the cloud from anywhere, including when I'm sitting in Mexico. I can access them. I can start my computers, deploy new resources, irrespective of whether I am in Mexico or India or here. It doesn't matter. Ubiquitous, any location.
So Gmail is a cloud? Gmail,
Yes,
Yahoo,
it is. It
Mail.
is a cloud service. Yes, indeed. It's a cloud-based email service. And it is convenient, meaning I can just conveniently, be on the beach and still access, right?
Yeah.
On demand, meaning when I want it, I can just, click a button, run some program, or type some command, and get a machine allocated to me on demand. I don't have to make a reservation ahead of time. Right? It's on demand. I don't have to pre-order. I need to have machines in the next 3 months, so please give me machines 3 months from now. I don't need to pre-order like that. I can just say, hey, give me a machine right now, and by the way, it will give it to you. And here is an example. I'm going to a cloud company. I'm going to log in, and literally log in like this and say, hey, give me a machine right now. And there it is. Give me a name, Suresh. What size? This size. What region you want, in Amsterdam or San Francisco? Fine. You want which operating system? You want this one? No, I want FreeBSD. Fine. No, not really. I want CentOS 6.5. Cool. You want to add a key? Yes, and create a droplet. Click a button, machine gets ready. 40 seconds. That's what I mean by on demand. On demand.
CloudFront.
Where was that?
No.
Okay, CloudFront is another thing. We'll cover that. But the idea is, whenever I want it, I can quickly get it. You just saw me clicking through the button sequence, and how simple was that? Right? Trivially simple. That was a cloud provider, by the way, called DigitalOcean.
Oh, DigitalOcean.
So this cloud provider, you can sign up for this. And if you click through, you $10 coupon. So go to Trusty, this machine, and then there is this button here called DigitalOcean. You see that?
Yes.
If you click that button, there is a coupon built in. And then you create an account. And if you go through that link, it's a referral code built in at the bottom. You will see that. And so they'll give you a $10 coupon into your account automatically.
So DigitalOcean is like Amazon?
It is like Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. EC2. Or another one is HP Cloud. Here it comes. So it's this one. Another one is Rackspace Cloud, and Red Hat, and Heroku, and AWS, and it's a long list. We'll use all of them just to get a sense of what things are. Azure is another one. Windows Azure, you already know that. Right? So variety of services already available. We use some of them. But remember, when you're setting up an account, look for a coupon or at least go through the link so you at least get some free usage. $10 usage is quite a bit. It can last you for 3 months. So use that. So we got the on-demand part, broadband network access. You can do it from anywhere where you have a network connection. Resource pooling, meaning you're sharing with somebody else. And now this aspect of rapid elasticity. What does that mean? And measured service. What does that mean? Is a question I have for you. So when you say measured service, they're actually trying to measure how much you're using. Why do they measure?
That's where the money comes in.
Exactly. So they want to charge you.
Anytime somebody says they're measuring, I'm like, I'm about to get a bill.
Right. That means you are getting a bill. So get ready because they're measuring it.
Yes.
And the bill may be small because the pricing is low.
Yeah,
And so it's like 2 cents an hour, maybe less than that sometimes.
that's not bad at all.
But if you use the machine for like 10 hours, you are a 20-cent bill. So remember that. So you have to prepare for that.
So how can Google just make it free?
So that is a different question. It has a specific program that we participate in which Google has decided that they like you very much and that they have given as a good gesture. It is not a good benefit, a business case for them to give something away for free. It doesn't make sense.
Whenever I see the free from Google, think of it like it's a bad analogy, but like a drug dealer. You get it here, they say, "Ooh, so like the nice." Look at that, they go and do it, and now you're gonna say, "Ooh, Google has all this. I'll use Google." That's why Apple went and gave all their computers to schools.
You're absolutely right, sir. I agree. And the reason I would say actually is that when something is free, you are the product.
Yep.
You get that?
Hmm.
You are the product means somebody is selling your information
Yep.
to someone else.
And
That's what companies do.
You also get lots of advertisements from different companies.
Right.
So Google will sell it,
Yep.
personal
Yeah.
profile.
Their concept of free is you don't have to pay for it. We'll get him to pay for it.
Correct.
Yeah, so just that has to be clearly understood. Free doesn't mean
Nobody's paying.
somebody's paying, and somebody your information is getting sold about you, what your
Freedom
behavior.
for Google to share, right?
Yeah, freedom for Google to share.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the. I haven't read the fine print, but read the fine print if you're inclined legally. Read the fine print and then appropriately use it. So the question you had, how is Google giving away so much praise for free? Because they want to be nice to you, specifically, being a student.
So that
It is
when
not
you're
for everybody.
working,
No.
you will use Google and pay them.
It is not for every user in Google doesn't get free. Right? If you have your regular Gmail account, they'll ask you money. If you use Cloud Genius account, it is free.
Regular Gmail is
Yeah, regular Gmail storage is not free.
storage.
Google Drive storage for regular Gmail users is not free, right? Are you sure?
Yeah, I have not used it.
Yeah,
I
but
know
yeah,
it's
it is not free. And so it is free only for students. That's how it goes. Next one is rapid elasticity. What does that mean?
Scale up and scale down.
Yes, bingo, scaling. You can add more computers as and when you want, and when you don't want, what do you do with them?
Return it back.
Yeah, you relinquish, release, delete, destroy.
So if this is truly automatic, what you're saying is if I have a data center and I'm doing the NCAA Final Four streaming, well, during the Kentucky game, a lot of people would get on, so I need to spin up more
Yes.
servers to stream. And then when, Eastern Washington is playing, very small, so they'll give back some of those servers. And I'm only paying then just for that peak. It's like, as it peaks up, I'm only going to need 20 servers for 90 minutes,
Yes.
and then I can go back to my regular load. So it's not a predictable thing. So that's why you have to have the Alexa.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
It is another example would be that, say, for example, I am a retailer like Amazon.com and I sell stuff. And it is like day after Thanksgiving coming along, and like people are hitting my website, but my website is very small. The machine is small, so I need to get more. So I'll buy more machines and then add more hardware. Instead, I will use the cloud computing, and it will automatically expand to accommodate Christmas time. And after Christmas is over, I don't need these extra cloud machines, so I can let the machines go. And then it shrinks. So my bill also shrinks. After Christmas is over and all the return stuff happens by January timeframe, my number of machines I can scale back down, and my bill also goes down, monthly bill. And in preparation for day after Thanksgiving and all the way through Christmas, I will add more machines and then shrink back. And that's how it is managed, and it is more efficient to use it that way as opposed to buying $10 million worth of equipment and keeping it running all the time. Right? It's more affordable and economical and common sense to use whatever you need and pay only for what you use.
So Nilesh, in cloud computing, customers only rent the resources. They will not own it.
Correct. It is a renting thing. It is cloud computing is really about renting. In fact, I'll give you another example. The way to think about it is that if you have, let's see, let me show you. You know what this thing is?
Looks like a mouse. Clicker or something.
Huh? What is this?
It's like a mouse.
It's not a mouse. It's a key.
Oh, the new keys for the cars.
For a car?
Yeah, you put it in the car, and now since it's in this proximity, you just push the start button and they go.
Right.
Seen those?
I do not. Oh,
I mean, is it for electric cars or any car?
So let me show you what this thing is actually. Seen this? This is what it is, right? So if you want to buy this thing, you know how much this thing is?
A lot of money.
I
125,000.
The car?
Yeah, and
will it fly or?
no, yeah, it actually flies.
Will my family be able to live in it? Because for $125,000, it better be a condo.
Yes. So I bought this for $125,000, and it actually flies. Yes, it does. And now, imagine now if you want to rent this thing, how much would you be paying?
To rent it?
Not.
Yeah, is it $125,000?
No.
Oh, how much would you pay to rent it?
How long do I get to keep it?
A day,
A day?
300, 500, something like that.
Give it about $3.
Yeah. So that's the idea. Is you want to buy a big machine, you spend a whole boatload of money, and then that machine becomes yours, and you get to use it and keep it and maintain it and do everything about it. However, if you're renting it, you're spending only $300 a day. That is what cloud computing is. You can actually rent a Tesla and use it for $300 a day. Or maybe not Tesla, but a Toyota for $20 a day. This one maybe, Camry, $30 a day, 40 maybe, something like that.
This is starting to make sense now.
What?
Cars are a little hard for me to understand, but Redbox, I don't have to go out and buy the DVD. I can just put it in my car
$1.
for $1. I can watch the movie, which
All
is
day
cheap,
long.
yeah, which is cheaper than going to the movie and watching it one time for 20
15,
bucks.
yeah, 15.
I can wait a little while. Just said I'm going to rent it.
Yeah.
I can watch it for the day. I can watch it for 3 days, and then when I take it back, I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't need it anymore. I stop having to pay for that movie.
Right.
And so,
Even further, simpler is the example of Netflix,
yeah,
right?
right.
In Netflix, you pay $9 or something. I don't have Netflix, but you get the idea. Right?
$7.95.
$7.95, and you watch all you want.
Yeah.
I mean, those exotic Indian movies that I've never heard of, they are there.
They're there. They're all there.
They're very limited
Yes.
selection.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
there,
but,
right?
You know,
It's-
but you know, they're growing. It'll get there.
Yeah. So I would never expect Indian movies to be on Netflix, but they're there.
growing in
And
numbers.
you know
We
where
have lots of
Netflix
international-
actually runs?
No.
Isn't it out of,
On top of Amazon Web Services.
Okay, yeah.
It runs on the Amazon cloud. And we have, in the third segment, we have a case study on Netflix. And so we'll study that in greater detail. So
Like Netflix is coming with its own cloud.
No, they do not. They want to use other people's cloud.
Oh,
The simple idea is that I don't want to get in the business of maintaining my car.
Yeah.
I would rather be in the business of serving people movies. Right?
It's like I don't need to worry about my servers. I just say, look, I've got more content. It's here. This is another great one. I can go out and find all the interesting Indian movies. You say, okay, now they'll be available. So I spend my time finding more movies
Right.
instead of maintaining servers and operating systems and bandwidth.
Now,
I like movies.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go find movies. People will rent the movies, and I don't have to worry about that. That's Amazon's problem.
Yeah.
When it doesn't work, I pick up the phone. Amazon is not working. Make it work. Oh, it's not working. There it is. I
Yes,
totally get it now.
yes, indeed. That's the idea behind renting versus buying, is that you're essentially renting it.
Somebody else's headache. I just want the good stuff.
Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Totally makes
Right.
sense.
And so there are other extensions of the definition. There are this thing called service models, and one of them is software as a service, which you are very familiar with, and you're using one right now. What is that? Maybe not right now, but you actually use it occasionally. What is an example of a software available to you as a service?
Like Salesforce.com.
Exactly. What else? Give me 5 examples more.
Google Mail.
Google Mail, Gmail, yes.
now Netflix is also SaaS.
Yes, Netflix is a SaaS.
Netflix.
What else? Any other software
What
that
Office?
Office 365?
365.
More examples.
The shopping websites.
Amazon.com. Is it a software? Is it more of a storefront? So I want to actually call something that is a software, a piece of software I want to use, as opposed to stuff I buy.
Well, no, because again, it's not just when you start talking about it. You're saying I can go ahead and create my own storefront.
That's
using-
right.
Yeah.
So Amazon storefront.
Yeah.
and that's a software. Yes, beautiful.
And the Concur, the travel
Concur,
expense.
travel
Yeah.
expense management is a SaaS, right? So when you have software as a service, is a type of service available, and the thing you get is software, right?
Now, it doesn't have to be rebrandable, right? You don't have to say it's.
You can rebrand it, doesn't have to be, but the concept is you get software delivered to you as a service. And deliberately, next thing I will do is skip this line for right now, the platform part, and I'll jump to the next one first. And I'll jump to this line called infrastructure as a service.
Yeah.
Right? I'm deliberately skipping something. I'm skipping that for a reason. Infrastructure as a service. What does this mean?
They give you, like Azure, like they will give you the
Yes.
components you can build your
Yes,
own.
yes. They'll give you a virtual machine. They'll give you a box. Box will have everything you want. You decide what you want and you get it. Just like I was drawing the picture earlier, right? This one. Picture is essentially is a infrastructure that you want to rent. This part, you take that part and you make use of it. And that infrastructure is made available to you on the internet. So you get to access the storage, the network, and other fundamental computing resources and run arbitrary software on top.
So basically, they can give you instead of just a simple, like we have a simple laptop or desktop server environment, they can give you one that's load active, passive. They're just like, look, who cares? You put your software on it, it's always going to run, and you just tell me the configuration, and I just here.
Yes.
So I need something that's totally redundant,
Yes.
and it's just there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. So the idea here essentially is that you run your software on top of the infrastructure you receive. So you get some hardware on the network, on the internet, just like you saw me do this thing before, which was DigitalOcean. Let's go log in again. And then I'm going to create a machine. They call machines as droplets for some reason, but it's just a
Ocean
name.
and droplets.
Yes, it's a good branding. So I'll give it a name here, Madhu. And here I can choose what size of machines I want. Let's see what sizes do we have here. Let's compare. I have a Madhu machine. I can call it Madhu, and I can choose a $5 per month machine size. And if I'm choosing $5 per month, what do I get?
512 megabytes, 20 gig of space, and with 1,000 gigabytes of transfer.
Right, and this space is SSD, by the way. All of it is SSD. And so if I spend more,
I do not know what is SSD.
solid state disk
Oh.
as opposed to hard disk, silicon disk,
Solid.
as opposed to spinning round brown things. Right? So the magnetic disk that you have, the classic HDD magnetic. You've seen hard disk. It look like this.
Yes.
Like this, right? That's a classic hard disk drive. Now, if you look at SSD, so this is a classic example representation of a magnetically rotating. So this thing is rotating disk. It goes round and round, makes noise. You heard this,
Yes.
right? That's a magnetic disk. And this head will go up and down and read the tracks on the
Or a
disk.
gramophone record.
Yeah, exactly like that, like a
Oh.
gramophone. That's a hard disk. Now, an SSD is more like this.
Exactly
Oh.
like that.
And so it has no moving parts. It is more like this.
But the problem is you start saying you're sacrificing speed for security. The SSD, a static charge, you could lose all your data.
Yeah,
So that's the difference. But
But if
the
you have,
charge you'd have to build up.
Right, right, right.
You're like you're scrubbing your feet on the floor.
And same with magnetic also, you can have similar issues on magnetic
Right.
disk
The
also.
mean time to failure is much sooner. So you're gonna get you're gonna start looking at this.
Yep. And so you can get a $640 per month machine with 64 GB
20
and
CPUs.
20 CPUs and 640 GB SSD, 9 terabytes of transfer. I don't know anybody who actually gets this, but it's available.
Seriously play some video games with that.
And by the way, you can get in any region you want, including London, Singapore, San Francisco. Amsterdam has 3 regions, 1, 2, and 3. And New York, 1, 2, and 3. And by the way, this region is disabled due to high capacity. So they would not let anybody create new droplets in that particular region because the building is full. That's what it means. The capacity is truly brimming up to the top, and so they cannot create new machines in that region, so they disabled it like this.
Yes.
Right? Amsterdam, building number 1. This is the oldest region I think they have, or maybe this is the oldest region they have, New York. And then you can select the operating system you want to put on top, and then click to create a machine. Takes 55 seconds as they promise. So if you look at the promise on the front page, what's the promise of DigitalOcean is that they will give you a machine in 55 seconds. There we go. And I've seen it actually works in less than 55 seconds. Click and you get a machine ready, and you can connect to it and operate on it and do whatever you want, and it's up and running right there. That's the idea. So that concept that I'm just discussing right now is this idea of infrastructure as a service, right? Now, next thing is that let's understand when you want to run some software on top of some infrastructure. What do you need in between? Well, you have an OS there, some operating system. But in addition to the operating system, what else do you need? This infrastructure
If
layer.
you're running a website, you need like IIS,
Yeah, the IIS. What else?
maybe SQL Server.
Yeah, some other software that you need, right? So all these things together make it easy for the software to run. So you can then install it on top and then use it, right? So this segment is made available, and what this thing is now being called as the platform as a service, because they are making this entire platform ready for you as platform as a service.
So they maintain all the configuration for all that?
Yes, yes. So if you are
You develop your software.
if you are a developer, you create your software and then you basically deploy it on some platform, and this platform itself will be running on top of some infrastructure as a service, and then you are creating your software as a service and you give it to the end user.
So, okay, so let me see something. So let's just say I was doing something like SharePoint or WordPress, some kind of portal site. Would that fall into the software or would that fall into the platform? Although I have IS and the database, I don't want to deal with WordPress, but I would need WordPress's API so that mine could sit there and say, oh, configure this, here's my portal names, drop my source in the folders, and it would just work. Content would just show up.
That's the idea behind providing a platform, that you add your source code or WordPress source code and you will get a LAMP stack. So he's bringing up a very good example that I want to run WordPress software.
What is WordPress?
WordPress.org is a open source software to create content management system,
Or like
and
SharePoint?
blog, and yes,
Yes.
it's very famous. The #1 used software on the planet Earth for creating content management system and blogs is WordPress. It is created by a person named ma.tt. His website is ma.tt. His name is Matt, and he created that. His company's name is Automatic. Kind of fancy. Automatic. That's his company, and he created this software called WordPress, and you can download it here for free because they are developers that have created this software, and it's downloadable from here, from this location, from this blue button. And I have downloaded that exact software and I have created this.
Oh.
And so this is WordPress. On the back side, it looks like this. And you can see at the upper left corner, WordPress. So I am running WordPress on a DigitalOcean droplet that I have deployed using Chef, which is what we will do in this second segment.
So what's happening then is the platform is the LAMP stack that WordPress sits on. Right?
Yes, exactly. So if you have, let's say, a DigitalOcean droplet, which is a computer, and I have taken a $20 per month computer, which means I have taken some 4 GB RAM or something like that.
Yeah,
And then
one CPU.
on top of that, I have put an Ubuntu OS. And on top of that, I have, this is the Linux part of LAMP. Then I have put A, then M, then P. This A is Apache, which is the web server. M is MySQL, which is the database, and PHP is the language in which these 3 things together constitute my platform. And then on top, I will add WordPress software from this website that I just showed you. This blue button here is where I download it from, and then put it here. And then this droplet along with this platform that I built, and on top of that I have this software running that shows you this site. And we will do exercises like this in the second month. As you will actually build your own domain. Go to DigitalOcean, set the whole thing up. And by the way, do you have a domain already?
No.
You should get one. And it is
In
available.
WordPress?
No. Get one. So domain name has nothing to do with WordPress.
Okay.
It's just a name. It's like the White House.
Yeah.
It's a name. Now you can call your home as White House, but it doesn't become the White House.
Yeah. Try this one. Casey.cross.rocks. ROCKS.
Casey.
Rocks.
Nope, not .com, just .rocks.
Aha. Casey.cross.rocks.
Yeah. Should be. Did I take it down? No. Or is it Casey Cross Rocks? Try Casey Cross Rocks.
Is this correct?
Yeah, shoot, let me go and double check.
I think it should be Casey Cross Rocks, probably. No, I'll let you
It's
check.
just-
Yeah.
I own the site, I don't own anything behind it, so I went to,
Let's see if you are actually the owner. I'll go and check. Are you the owner? I'll go check, examine ownership. Terminal, big, Casey Cross dot rocks. And no, you don't have a machine behind it,
so I thought,
or your name servers. So who are these people? DNS name services. Do you know the name of the company behind it?
yeah, it's right side.
Huh?
Right
Spelling?
side.
Spelling?
RIGTHSIDE. Rightside.com.
I see. Okay.
As in the right side of the dot.
You get email already? No. No, nothing is set up. Nothing
No,
apparently
it
is set up.
just, I was there. They were like, oh, cool. I'm like, well, can I get this one? I was like, yeah. So I own it for the next 5 years for like $3.
And what is the?
Right side, which is.
How do you log in and control the domain?
Yeah, I got the instructions at home. It was on.
Okay, so you bring them
I'll
next
bring
time
them. Yeah.
because what we will do is build your site in the class.
Oh, okay, that'll be kind of fun.
Yeah, so bring your instructions. We'll configure it and use your domain for yourself and build it up. So we'll do that.
Can you get free domains or
No, you have to pay $1 full to get a
So
domain.
where should we go?
You should spend. I think in this location you should spend $1 and get a domain. For
GoDaddy
$1.
or something.
Don't go GoDaddy. GoDaddy will sell you a whole boatload of things, and you want to get this 99-cent domain right there at the bottom. There we go. See that here?
And
Yes.
what is it called? One.
1 and 1. So the cheapest one I think is this one. 99 cents. 1and1.com. So you get your madhu.com, which is taken. Suresh.com is also taken.
I'm sure.
So that's the problem. So you go to 1 and 1 and get one. Only spend 99 cents. Nothing more than that. Remember, 99 cents. They'll sell you more things other than that, right? So don't buy that. You just need a name. So don't waste money. Buy only the domain name and nothing else. And next time,
I can't use the listing.
You got to change to a different when I do the same thing.
so next time we meet, what I would like to do is to make sure that you have a domain, and we'll build out on our further steps we will do along as we proceed.
Yeah, guys. ఇంకా క్లాస్లోనే వస్తావా ఒక 5 మినిట్స్లో వస్తా Okay, thank you. Bye. Do not buy anything else.
What?
Super.
Yeah.
So you already have a domain, so you don't have to do this. You will just use what you have.
I may do another one just for fun.
No, don't.
Okay.
I do not. I really dislike waste.
Okay.
But don't waste money.
I won't waste money.
No, not at all. So if you have a domain, use it, and you
Okay.
have a beautiful domain, rocks.
Rocks,
I mean,
yeah.
I cannot beat that. So use that, and so you use that domain. We'll build everything you do in the class. We'll build your email, build your website, build your services, your own cloud. Build it on top of what you already have, as opposed to buying something else.
Okay.
So don't do that. Like I bought this a while ago, and I bought this domain really long time ago. So I have it, and so I have a bunch of domains, but these domains are there for my business or my personal name, so I use it. So you can get this domain. It's kind of hard. It's taken. It's taken.
Yeah.
It's taken.
This
Right.
is common name.
Yeah, it's very common. And even Suresh.com is gone. Madhu is gone.
But I can get Madhu Sarkar.
You hope. Let's see.
Oh yeah, that.
It's available. Yeah, it seems
So
like
you better
available.
jump on it quick.
Not available.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is.
If it says not available, it means it is
Oh,
actually
nobody has
available.
done it.
Yeah, it means it might be
I mean,
available.
it doesn't. No one owns that, so you can't land on it.
So you got the idea of what do we do next time, and do only this. Don't waste money. Come with a domain, and I will now email you a link to the video and a link that you already have for the write-ups that I have been doing. And let's meet again here in the same. And maybe the room will change, by the way.
Okay.
Room might change to 202 or 203. I'll email you exactly that also. So here we go.
Actually, Nilesh, I saw the room number on your website,
Mhm.
but then when I was trying to access it on my phone today, on the mobile side, I couldn't find it. What happened to one mobile?
Hey, Casey, did you get the access permissions taken care of, or
I should have.
I'll just make sure that you are your access.
Nilesh?
to go.
My wife is waiting downstairs. I will.
Yeah, see.
It's dark, it seems. Now
I know it's going to be
I'm sure
like that.
it's
So
9
yeah,
o'clock.
I understand. So go ahead.
I will
and-
email you, sir.
Yeah, and don't call me sir because I'm not.
Oh,
I'm Nilesh.
you are teacher, right? Sir?
No. I'm your friend.